Alright. Here we are. We are here. Are we here? I think we're here. Yeah, we're here. Cool. Hello, people. Even though I know there's nobody here yet. Hello, people. Alrighty, so. Thing. Alright, so I got a whole bunch of buffalo nickels here. I got 1,000 of them. 1,000 buffalo nickels. Whoo-wee, baby. 1,000 beefalos. And, so we're not going to do them all in one sitting here. I just grabbed out a couple handfuls out of the bag, got them cleaned up. Uh, Now I got to sneeze. Hold on. And when I say cleaned up, I found that the Nicodate works best if the if the nickels have either been either just dropped into some um, uh, rubbing alcohol or something like that. So just to get any kind of hand oils, grime off of them, off of there. That's when I find that the Nicodate works the best. So I didn't use alcohol this time. I actually used acetone. I have a bunch of acetone now, which I haven't had before. So I threw them all into a little thing of acetone, just kind of rolled them around. That got all the oily substances off of them. Now my desk stinks of acetone, which is fun. So I did find this one nickel. This was kind of cool. Okay, so I think it's corroded. Kind of looks corroded. Let's make sure you guys can see. There we go. I'm gonna bring the camera up a little so we can see better. There we go. So we're gonna start by, because I was just testing some things, playing around, whatever, and I had taken the Nicodate and I put some on here. But look at this. Watch this. We're gonna put a lot on actually. We're gonna kind of cover the nickel, to be honest. All right. All right. There we go. This was cool. It was reacting. Look at it. You can see it. Now we're gonna zoom back down in. We're gonna zoom back down in here so we can see the chemical reaction taking place, which is really neat. That's really cool, huh? Little chemical reaction happening between the uh, corrosion, the green corrosion on there, and the Nicodate. I always love things like this. That's really cool. So yeah, there was a little bit of green corrosion on this nickel, and I just covered it with Nicodate, which is not the correct way to use it. Okay, I get it, but it is a really cool effect anyway. So now I'm gonna clean it off and see what we got here. I think this is a 14. I don't know. It's got this corrosion or whatever right here. Yeah. I mean, I could get this stuff off if I really wanted to, but looks like a 1914. Come on. I don't know how long we're going to run this stream today. Like I say, I grabbed a couple handfuls of nickels and prepped. So let's just get in here and see if we can move some material around like we do. For those that haven't seen my technique is you first you clean the air, at least this area, off with some rubbing alcohol, or in my case today I used acetone. Gets all those hand oils and stuff off of them, any kind of grime and stuff for the most part. And then you use a little bit of Nicodate on there. And right now what I'm doing is I'm using, this is a plastic spudger. You can get these for like computer work, stuff like that off of Amazon for really cheap. And I'm not really rubbing the coin per se. I'm mostly just moving the stuff around, moving materials and stuff around. Because I mean, what we're doing here is we're etching, we're acid etching, which means we're removing some material from the coin in the end. All right, so by moving that material around a little bit with the spudger, it actually helps the Nicodate work better. And we're going to try this again. I'd really like to see if we can pull the date up on this one. Whether we can or not, I don't really know. But I'd really like to see if we can. I also seen in my bag here of goodies a V-nickel that has no date. So I guess we'll be doing that. Now I am rubbing just a little bit, very, very softly. Just in case there's any crud there I want to get moved out of the way. Crud as in, you know, crud. Technical terms only here, folks. Crud. Hey, Stitch. Where's Lilo? Pretty sure this is a 14. This nickel's in crap shape, so it didn't really matter. I was just messing with it. All right. I don't know. Let's see if we can do anything with this. This is a V nickel. It is in great shape. I don't know that we're going to be able to pull up a date on this because it is just not in good shape at all. We can usually do it though. Usually you can pull a date off of any nickel, but this thing is just in really rough shape. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, we're pulling something up here though. 1890. Is that an 1890? Is that what that says? Look at that. Look at that. That thing was just Ah! Did you like your necklace? Welcome in. Thanks for coming in. Oh, error. Error. Let's see here. That should be right. I see, I hear, I saw, whatever. I gotta check something. Ay. Alright. Hi, father. Alright, so this is a V-nickel here. Look at this thing. Look at the shape it's in. This thing is smooth. But we just did the Nicodate, and look, we actually found a date. I mean, this thing is slick. So, you see this reverse. There's nothing. There is nothing So what we're going to try to do, we're going to raise this up. There we go. We're just see what comes out of it. See what we can find. Anything, maybe? I don't know. Let's just start there. See if we can find if the V will come out. I see it. I see the V starting to come. I love magic. You know, this is real magic here. This is not... You just can't make this stuff up. Really, Craven, you think that I'm appropriate for your daughter? Appropriate watching content? I don't know about that. Have you heard me the last few days? Look at that. There was nothing on that reverse. And now look. That was completely slick. $18.90. Can you believe that? That's insane, huh? That's insane. Insanity, I tell ya. So cool. Such a cool thing. Might as well just keep going. I mean, this V-Nickels, even though it's an 1890, which is a better date, it's not really worth a lot when after you liquidate it, so we might as well just keep going. Alright. Get over there. Yeah. See how much detail we can actually pull up. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? Yeah, we're actually pulling up hair detail and stuff. Wow. Isn't that crazy? Definitely magic, huh? I was trying to see if maybe we could pull up Liberty again, but I don't know. That's pretty small to try to pull out that. But it's just crazy to think, you know. And everybody always asks me, well, can it work on any nickel? Well, here you go. Proof in the pudding. Why did my stream just stop? Did my stream really just stop? What the hell? Weird. Y'all still here with me? What the heck? Okay, that was strange. That was really strange. My stream, like, on my side, like, just stopped. That was really weird. Alright, let's clean that off. Very strange. Very, very strange. Yours stopped too? Really? Weird. It shouldn't have. Let's see, I'll change a couple settings here, fix that, hopefully. Output. Let's try 12,000. See if that helps. See if that helps a little bit. It might. Should. Buffering. That's not good. That's not good. Let's see. Alright, I think we're live again. I think we're live. Alright, let's look at this coin now. Yeah, look at that. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Look at all the detail we pulled up. That thing was smooth. I mean, that's insane. That's insane. It's really cool. Alright, well, let's get into the beefaloes. Let's see. Hey, we got an S-mint. We got an S-mint here. Hey, we got a date. Ryan messed up. He gave me one with a date. A 36S. Thanks, Ryan. These are all supposed to be dateless, but apparently Ryan decided I needed a 36S. Oh. Hopefully the stream keeps going. That was really weird. I really don't want to have to restart my stream. 36S, only 14.9 million. Actually, in that shape, it's at least a couple bucks. That's kind of nice. Alright. Let's see. That definitely doesn't have a date or a mint mark. Alright, here we go. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Here we go. Here we go. Man, it's going to be great if we find a rare coin. It's a 16. 1916. Could you imagine if it was a 16 over 16? Whew, that'd be nice. We'd be looking at like a $2,000 or $3,000 coin. It's not, but man, it would have been nice, huh? But it is a 16. Alright, well, let's head off to the next one here. That one does not have a date. And I couldn't tell you if it's got a mint mark, but we'll find out. We will find out. Together. Well, I'm hoping that I'm hoping that I got it fixed now. I'm hoping. Hoping. I upped the well, for people that understand computer stuff, I upped the bit rate of the stream, so hopefully it's high enough now that we'll get enough bits moving through. I don't see a mint mark. Okay. Hopefully we'll get enough bits moving through that we can not have that issue anymore. Okay. Let's see. Stitch, I cannot believe your father doesn't have his own computer. What the heck? What the heck is with that? What the heck is up with that? All he has is the phone. Yeah, what the heck though? Jeez. 1927, there we go. It's nice. No date or no mint mark, but 1927. Sweet. Sweet. All right, where are we at here? That looks like a 20 something. 26 maybe, 28, I don't know. Let's get a little bit of stuff on it. A little bit of magic juice. You need one. Everybody needs one. Dang it, Craven. Looks like a 26 to me. Alright. I need to get another one of my wet wipes here. Thingies. That's what I'm wiping the coins off on. Alright. Let's see here. Well, there's definitely no date on that thing. Do we have a mint mark? No minty mark. Alright. I think Northwood's coins might come in at some point too. Who I got these from. Get you a computer. Ah. You think you deserve a computer? Have you been good? Huh? Yeah? Oh, I don't know. Are any kids these days good? I think they're all just little monsters. Alright, we got another 16. I'm going to bring this camera down some more. Closer to those dates so that we can get a better look at them. There we go. Because obviously we want to be able to see if we do end up with a 16 over 16 or something. So I might have brought it down a little too far. I don't know, but it's fine. Alright. So we got some mint mark, no mint mark. Alright. No date. Okay. We got the juice on there. Definitely got a close-up going on this time. What do we got, a 25 or a 35? 25 or 35. A 25. 1925. Nothing to write home about yet, but... Ooh, this one's really, 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 really... Let's move this up just a little bit. Alright, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Get her, going. We got a mint mark. We got a Denver. Got a Denver mint mark. Alright. Definitely got a Denver mint mark there, so let's figure out what date we have with it. While that works for a second, I'm gonna mute myself so I can take a drink of something. Alright. Oof, I think this is gonna be a rough one to get a date on. I mean, I know what the date is before we even started, but still would be fun to pull the date up a little better. It's a Type 1 reverse, so there's only one date it can be. (1913) is the only date it could be as a Type 1. And I believe it is. It's just really, really tough to see. I mean, that's the oldest buffalo you can get, right? Alright, let's see if we got a mint mark. I love this series. I don't think we have a mint mark. I don't see one. No, don't see one. Alright. Well, let's see if we can pull a date. I like what one of the guys said that came into my stream the one day. It's like watching paint dry. I said, yeah, or the grass grow. (1917). 1917. I gotta grab the old man, yeah. Ole, right? Is that his name? Something like that. I'm gonna wipe this stuff off. Let's see, what do we got here? Golly, this looks like a Kind of looks like another Type 1. I don't know. Some of these get really tough to tell when they start getting wore down. No, this is a Type 2. Ooh, I think we might have a mint mark coming through though. Yeah, funny guy. I might as well spread that out. If we're gonna screw up the coin, we might as well make sure that it's at least uniformly screwed up. It's the only way to do it, right? Uniformly screwed up. You know, like maybe we don't have a mint mark. No. Alright, well, let's figure out if we can figure out what it is. That's about the size of the drop you really need. Like I say, the Nicodate thing really, the bottle, it sometimes drops way too much. I'm kind of wondering if this thing's been Nicodated before. I've seen a couple of them in here that have been. It's got a really rough surface too. Almost makes me wonder if this one was like uh, um, dug up, like a metal detector find. Because usually they end up with a very porous-ish surface like this. Oh, there's something there. Looks like a 15. There is something. We're getting to it. I don't want to go too far, but yeah, that's a 15. Look at that. Whoo-wee. I was getting nervous that we weren't going to get this one. But we did. There you go. 1915. Tough to see, but that's it. 1915. I mean, look at this thing. It is in rough shape, and we still got a date. That's freaking good. I still think there might be a mint mark there, but it doesn't seem to want to come out, so just gonna move on. Move on. What do we got here? Definitely no minty mark on that one. And no date either. Alright. Again, I recommend everybody wear gloves when doing this. I'm just an idiot and didn't bring gloves down again. So my hands are going to be this color. Nice orangey golden color. It's great. Comes off eventually. There you go. Another 1919. Fairly common one. But that date did come up really nice on that coin. Okay, what about this thing? This thing's ugly. Look at that. Oh, it's a 36. Golly, that thing's ugly, huh? Maybe we'll use some coin cleaner on it and see if we can get it to clean up a little bit. A little bit later. Yeah, Craven, it's you, me, and your daughter in here, looks like. It's a heck of a crowd. I mean, like I said, I think Northwoods might come over after the stream. In fact, even Braxton was saying, like, telling everybody just as soon as they were done streaming to head over here. So I don't know. We'll see, I guess. Got a little Nicodate down. Don't want that there. Looks like a Denver mint mark right there. Just barely poking through. Just a barely coming through. Looks like there's a Denver mint mark. Well, that didn't work right. Trying not to destroy it, any kind of detail here, but I'd like to see if I could pull it up a little bit better. Not really. Alright, well, anyway, let's go to this side. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Alright, Craven. Enjoy your party. Lily's gonna keep me in line. Keep me in check. Lily's gonna keep me in check, huh? She's good at it. Yeah, but if she's playing Roblox, that's not gonna help. Hey, Lily. Do you do any of the coin stuff or silver stacking with your old man? You gotta tell your old man to quit silver stacking and start doing numismatics. Numismatics is way better. I mean, I have some silver myself, but numismatics, that's where it's at. From the Greek word numis. There we go. 1917. That date actually came up kind of nice. Now there is a date. It's called it's the 18, and there would be the 17 underneath it. It's a 18 over 17. That'd be a good coin to find too. That'd be a really expensive one. Hey Lily, you never told me earlier. Did you like that necklace I sent? I had to ask your dad's permission first, though. Wearing it right now. Cool. So I'm guessing that means you like it. Good. I'm glad. Your dad does a lot for me, and that was my way of saying thank you. Not just him buying stuff from me, but he also is a moderator in my streams for both YouTube and for Whatnot. So he does a lot for me. So I wanted to say thank you, and I had this gold necklace, and I thought, I know somebody that could use this in their life. $19.20. And buys too much? He buys a bit. He buys a bit. Well, that's got a mint mark. What is that, an S? But if he works hard for his money, I mean, spending a little bit once in a while on something you like. Besides, all of it's going to be left to you anyway, so it'll all be yours someday. Yeah, that's an S, mint mark. He wins a lot of my giveaways. A lot. What do we got here? Looks like a 25, I think. So I heard that that was too much, way too much. I heard that you really like my stickers too, huh? 2 packages from me. Holy cow! Yeah, because I had sent so many stickers to your dad that I thought, oh well, I'm just not gonna send stickers anymore. And then he was like, the little one's wondering where the stickers are. I was like, oh, okay, I will send more stickers. I can send lots of stickers if you want. I can send you tons of stickers if you want of my sticker. I have over 1,000 of them. Boy, that date is not coming through very well. I think it's a 20. I think it's a 23, but it is not coming through very well. I think it's a 23S. Kind of looks like it. I'm using my jeweler's loupe right now to take a closer look. But that date is really tough. Be nice if we could get it to pop. Because I think a 23S is actually a better date. Coin. Grab my book. Yeah, that's only 6 million of those minted, so definitely a better date. It's just not wanting to come out very nicely. Hopefully we can get it. Lily, I think it's just me and you in here. It says there's 2 people. I'm in here, and you're in here, so. Yeah, I think that's a 23. Yeah, that's a 23. There we go. Just barely. Can read that. That's good. No mint mark. No minty mark. Hmm. You're in here, huh? Got a 16. Again, I'm not actually rubbing the coin. I'm just moving the spudger's moving the material around so that new uh, ferric chloride can get to the coin to help bring up that date. So what we're doing here is really it's acid etching the coin. It's the same technique that law enforcement would use to recover a uh, serial number off of a gun that's been filed down. Same technique. Different chemical, same technique. In fact, if we really get close here we go. Really get close. Let's see, can we get her to focus? There we go. Well, might have to reload. You'll actually be able to see it kind of eating away at the coin. Let's see. Let me put a little dab on there. There we go. See the stuff floating around and whatever? That's actually particles of the coin being pulled up. That's why when I move, you can see that stuff moving around. Yeah, it's like a science experiment, huh? It depends. I mean, I use my microscope, which is a pretty high-powered microscope here, and so I kind of watch just to see what the coin's doing. I mean, sometimes some of these coins you can within 10, 15 seconds, or even 5 seconds, it'll already start showing a date. Other ones it takes a bit longer on. At the beginning of the stream, before everybody really got in here or anything, I had a V nickel that was completely smooth on the reverse, and we covered the whole reverse with the Nicodate, and it actually brought the V up on it really nicely. It was kind of interesting. There we go. Let's move that stuff out of the way. There we go. Look at that. We got a date. Now, most people I've seen out there, they don't talk about any kind of prep for doing this. They don't talk about nothing. They just say, "Oh, well, you just put it on there and wait." Well, so I've done some experimenting with it and everything, and I have found that if you first use some rubbing alcohol or something to get the oils off of the coin, you get a lot better results a lot quicker. Now, I used acetone because that's what I have right now. And then, of course, I use this spudger. It's a plastic spudger. I've kind of carved on it a little bit, but you use these for like working on computers and stuff. Um, they're a few bucks on Amazon. And I'm not rubbing the coin, like I said, I'm just moving material around. Whether the material is the liquid or the stuff that the pieces of the coin that the acid is pulling up. I mean, I'm touching the coin. I'm just not rubbing against it hard. I'm not scrubbing it, let's say. Doesn't look like there's any mint mark. Oh yeah, there is right there. You see that? It started coming up, little D right there. Let's see if we can get a little more fluid on there. There it is. Am I going on Whatnot anytime? I was just on Whatnot a little bit ago. I just was on Whatnot, left there, and came here. Oh wait, you said how long do I usually hang on to the coins? Um, these will go up for sale probably on my next stream. Yeah, that's a Denver. I have people that like to buy these from me. I sell them in a roll for a starting bid of like $5. Try to make sure there's a good variety in the rolls of teens, 20s. No, I've been on Whatnot quite a bit lately. I went on yesterday for my Wheat Penny Wednesday show. And then last night I streamed from midnight to 4 a.m. And now I was just in another stream. And now I'm doing YouTube. I should probably sleep at some point. Might be helpful. I did. I pretty much streamed all week. I've been pushing pretty hard. Gotta make that money for, Christmas, huh? I got grandkids and nieces and nephews that want presents. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get a date on that one. Ooh, look at this thing. Look at that thing. 1927. Ugly. Ugly. But it's a 27 Denver, I believe. So let's get out the coin cleaning stuff and see what it does. So I have this stuff here. It's acylic acid and some detergents in it. And it's literally made for cleaning coins with. It's not supposed to damage them, is what it's supposed to be. Now, I wouldn't recommend using it with a penny because I've done that and it does damage pennies. Dang it, Red, get your hair out of my stuff. Darn dog. But look at this. Are you watching this? Come on, dog hair, get out of there. Before your eyes. Gotcha. We can go over some of that. No problem. Let me just kind of move some materials around here and get this thing, see if we can't kind of clean it up a little bit better here, huh? I know it looks like I'm scratching the crap out of this, but I swear to you I'm not. You'll see after I clean it off here. I did. See, didn't scratch it up. Just kind of cleaning it up a little bit with this acylic acid here. Oxalic acid. But yeah, we got a 27 Denver right here. With part of the horn still. So a 27 Denver. 5.7 million minted in a G4. We're talking it's a $2 coin. That one there I could probably get a little bit more for. We're probably looking at $3 to $5 on that coin because I didn't actually acid etch it. Some of the coins to look for are, usually teens. You definitely want ones with mint marks. Those are usually the more expensive ones. I did. I talked to your dad for a long time. I don't remember what we talked about. Lots of stuff. Lots of random stuff. Um, yeah, so like Eddie Variety 1 are good. 1913, 1913D, and 1913S Variety 1. Any of them are good. Variety 2, any of the 1913s on that's good. Variety 2, Denver or San Francisco or Philly. 14 has a also an error that's a 4/3. The 14 Denver, I mean that's a really good one. 16/16 double diavers. That's a amazing coin if you can find one of them. So what, are you just watching yourself, Lily? Ah, I get to talk to your grandma once in a while, in the streams too. Your dad'll tag her to come in. She's even bought a few things from me on Whatnot. Yep, Crystal Gang. Yep, that's her. Yep, she's bought a few things from me and won some stuff for free. Come on. I saw the date. Oh, it's a 15. Okay. Get it at that just that perfect angle, and I can just make her out down there. 15. No mint mark? No. So a 15 Philly. 15 Philly. 20 million minted. Almost 21. G4 would put it at 7. I don't know. Probably a buck it's worth now. Buck or two. No mint mark or no date. We have a Denver. I'm not going to nick a date it because I can see that that is a Denver mint mark. So now if we can pull a date, maybe we can get something decent. Huh. Is that a 1919 Denver? Kind of looks like it. Like I said, I don't know how long I'm going to do this stream for because I'm kind of exhausted. I didn't sleep much, and I think I've only slept about 4 hours, I think, or 5 hours in the last few days. But yeah, that's a 1919 Denver right there. So now we look up a 1919 Denver. 8 million minted, $23 coin in a G4. $23 in a G4. So, I mean, right there, you're talking, that's about a $10 coin anyway. That we wouldn't have known if we hadn't done the Nicodate on it. So there you go. It's about a $10 coin. Here's the V nickel that I was playing with earlier. This thing was completely smooth. You could just barely make out her face and no date at all. Now we have a date. The reverse was absolutely smooth. Not a single thing showing through. And now you can actually make some of the information out. Look at that, you can start to make out the reading and stuff. I mean, that's kind of amazing if you ask me. Start making out all the words. Maybe I'm just too easily impressed. I don't know. So cool, huh? Yeah, isn't it? Start bringing that detail up. Again, we're not scratching at the coin, we're just moving that material around so we can get good coverage and good contact with the coin. Now, of course, this does, in a way, ruin the value, but also in a way it brings you value. Because like this one, for instance, I didn't know what the date was when I started. You can go back to the beginning of the video and watch when I first tried it out. And I had no clue what the date was even. And it brought that date right up there. So before, it was just basically, I knew it was a V-nickel planchet, but that was it. Now, we have a lot of detail, and we know what the date is. It's still not worth a ton, but yeah. What is the black stick? The black stick is a plastic spudger. You can get packs of these for a couple bucks on Amazon or whatever. It allows me to gotcha. Um, it helps me to move the material around and stuff, so I get better coverage when I'm better contact, I should say, when I'm doing the work. All right, next one. Definitely no date on that. Do we have a mint? Nope, no mint mark. All right. Let's put a little bit on here. There we go. So what I was saying earlier, Tim, is well, this isn't acetone, but I used acetone to kind of clean up the stuff before I started. And then this is actually ferric chloride is the stuff that's on there now that's doing the acid etching. And that's long enough. That was not on there very long. See, like I said, some of these ones are really quick. But there you go. That's a 1914 right there. No mint mark. She's in pretty rough shape, but that's a very early date. So an early date like that, 20 million mintage, but in a G4, good 4 condition. Um, yeah, in a G4 condition, that's a $20 coin. So I mean, I'll throw it into a roll because I sell these in rolls to my people. But that's probably a $5 to $8 coin now. And it was a $1 coin before I started, basically. All right, we have a D mint mark right there. I'm not going to acid etch it because I can see the mint mark right there. So now let's get over on this side and let's etch this thing and see what date it actually is. Nope, via trial and error I have found different things that help. 1926 it looks like. You can use just like some rubbing alcohol to kind of dip these in and get the oils and stuff off of them before you start. I just happen to have a little thing of acetone on my desk here, so I just threw them all in a thing of acetone, moved them around a little bit, pulled them back out. Acetone dries so quick, that's why I was like, hey, that should work good. That's a 26. Denver. 26 Denver is 5.6 million minted, $15 in a G4. Right there. Yeah. Just slowly emerges, comes through. What do we got here? It's a 1920. It's actually a Buffalo in pretty nice shape. I'm not going to acid this one. That one has a date I can barely make. There is a Denver. That's a really good, strong Denver. There is some kind of a date, but what we're going to do here, we're going to drop that on there. That way we can bring that date up a little better, because we definitely want to see that date. Is that a 15? Sure looks like a 15 to me. Or is that a 16? Or an 18? What the hell? Maybe it's a 16. 16 Denver? Now that we're moving some of that material around. $18 Denver, I think. It looks like 18. Yep. 1918 Denver right there. So, let's go to the book. 1918 Denver. That's a $30 coin in a G4. Holy cow. Now I could try to work on it a little bit more and see if I could bring that 8 up a little more, because if it's a 18 Denver with the 8/7, then we'd be talking an $800 coin. So let's try a little bit more here and see if we... I don't want to go too far, because you can remove the date too. So we don't want to go too far. But we want to see if we can't just bring that date up just a little bit more so we can see if we have a 18/17. And I'm not really rubbing the coin. I mean, I'm on the coin, but I'm not like rubbing on the coin. I'm just using it to just kind of move that stuff. You can see the floaty stuff. That's what we're removing. That is just an 18 Denver. Okay. All right. It's always tough to tell too when you're, but yeah, that's an 18 Denver right there. Look at that reverse. Ain't bad either. Beautiful. That's a nice coin. That's a nice coin. 24, I think. We'll see if we can pop that date up just a little bit better. Yep, there we go. But yeah, I just like the plastic spudger. You could probably use a toothpick too. I just happen to have these because I'm a computer technician, right? By trade, anyway. But yeah, there's a 1924. No mint mark. Common date. Not worth a lot. 21 million or 21.6 million minted, $1.50 in a G4. So again, that just goes into the rolls that I sell. All right, here we go. We got an S mint. We got an S mint, and I could kind of see a date, so this should come up pretty nice. Was that an 18S? Is that an 18S? That sure looks like an 18S. $4.8 million minted. $20. 20 bones right there. Look at that. And before the nickodating, it was worth about $1. Now, I probably get $5 to $8 for that thing. Maybe even more, you know, when people need this stuff for their book, you know, and they don't want to pay the big money for them. Here we go, there's another S. It's kind of tough to see, but that's another S. What do we got for a date on this one? We're getting some good ones now. Alright, Stitch, thanks for sticking around for a while. Glad you enjoy your necklace. Oh, Tim, so you gonna be doing some of this or what? Yeah? So you need all the tips and tricks, huh? I think this is a 15. So one thing is I try not to go all at once if it's struggling to bring that date up. I'll do it in multiple stages because I don't want to overdo it, okay? I really don't want to lose the date, and you can. If you do it, if you just sit there, you can actually burn that date right out of there. So I just want to do it nice and easy if I'm struggling like this one is here. So I just moved that material around where I wanted it and stuff. Now I'm not touching it for a second here, just letting the ferric chloride work. Because I think this is a 15S. I'm pretty sure that's a 15S. I'm going to use a loop where I can move it around light a little better. Yep, there we go. Just got to get it at that right angle. It's a 15S. So, didn't we just have a 15S? No, we didn't. Holy crap. 15S. You know what the value on that thing is in a G4? That's a $50 coin. In a G4, that is a $50 coin. Woo! Look at all that. Look at that date. Look at that date. Look at that. That is so cool. I can't explain it, but for me it's like when that was just smooth. There was nothing there, and now look at that. Literally nothing there, and now there's a date. I don't know. To me, it's something magical about it. I guess you know the way the chemicals work and the chemical works and reacts with the nickel, and all of a sudden now we have a date. No mint mark, but I mean, still an earlier one, an 18. $6 for an 18. You know, I usually go with half value or less. When I look at a G4, and I'll be like, all right, so a G4 it's $6, whatever. So we're probably looking at $2 to $3. But again, I'll just throw that into my rolls, and it'll sell that way. I think the last one I sold of recovered dates like this. Nope. And to wipe them off, I have, right now, I just have Lysol wipes that I'm using to wipe it off. Technically, I think it says to wash it off in water. Yeah, but my basement only has, I don't have a bathroom in my basement, so the only water down here is what's connected to my washing machine. So, old house. My house was built 100 years ago, so my house was built 100 years ago. Where my house um, is sitting where there used to be a big grain silo, well, a century ago, that burnt down. And if I move the ceiling tiles in the basement here and look up at some of the boards they used were the ones off of the big uh, grain bin, and some of them are charred from that fire still. I find that very fascinating. I really like history. It's kind of why I like numismatics, the history of the coins. That's why I've said before. Sometimes you think about it, you get a coin and you think, wow, where have you been? You know what? Especially if it's in like really rough shape, you think, well, what happened to you? You know. I think that's a 20. Tough to tell. I'm not going to waste a lot of time on it. I just put it to the side. Hey Tim, were you in here when I was showing off the V nickel? Yeah. So one of the nickels that Ryan included was this V nickel, and when I got it, all you could make out was her head. That's how I knew there was no date. Well, now there's a date, and the reverse was completely smooth. There was nothing. Tell me that ain't cool as heck. I mean, we were starting to get to the point I was thinking maybe I might even be able to get part of Liberty back up. I don't know. Let's find out. Let's see if we can pull this up just a little bit more even. Yeah, I did. I don't recommend it. The only reason I did it is because this coin is pretty much junk. I mean, it was pretty much back to being a planchet, really. But look at the details that are coming out already. I suppose I could have put it in a small container and dumped the Nicodate on it and let it sit for a little bit. Look at that. You can actually see little hair details. You, Liberty is technically starting to come through a little bit. I mean, that's just freaking phenomenal. Now, of course, there are some people in the numismatic um, arena that do not like that I do this, uh, because ultimately I am destroying the coin. But then again, the way I look at it is this coin was already destroyed. There was nothing left of this coin. It was completely smooth. I mean, there was literally no date, no mint mark, know nothing, whatever. I didn't know what it was. I barely knew it was a freaking V nickel. I mean, I could tell by the face. I could see that it was a V nickel, but beyond that, you couldn't tell anything about it. Now I at least know what year it is and whatever. So it was like this. I just saw there was a little bit of a. I saw there was a little bit of a mint mark on there. Now I know that it's a Denver. I could see a little bit sticking through, but I didn't know if it was going to be Denver or San Francisco. Well, now we can see it's going to be a Denver. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I get that, I understand the whole cleaning coins thing and whatever, like, kind of. Um, I guess for me, it's if you're polishing the coin, okay, that's kind of ridiculous. Don't be doing that crap. But getting like the gunk off of it and stuff and bringing it back to, you know, at least a decent looking coin, I think is should be completely acceptable as long as you're not putting scratches in it. 1915 Denver right there. 1915 Denver. We didn't know that when I started, but that's 7.5 million minted, $27 coin. Didn't know that when I started. Now we do. I think this is a 14. No mint mark. I mean, it could be a 24 or 34 also, but I think it's no, it's a 14. 1914. No mint mark. Weird frickin' divot in the reverse though. That's weird. I thought, but I mean the coin doesn't rock, so it's just this weird divot. But anyway, 14 right there. So second year coin because they were minted in 13 originally. I was looking at 1890 just to see. So that 1890, 16.2 million, that's a $10 coin technically. The 14, 20.6 million, $20 coin. This is what I love about doing this. This is literally what I love. I feel like there's a San Francisco. I feel like I'm making money literally just by doing this. Because, like you say, we don't know what these are. And when we start, I mean, this one we know it's from San Francisco, but that's it. So now we're trying to figure out what the date is. And if we have a good date, then we just made money. And I paid $27. $27 for 1,000 of these. There you go, 1918 San Francisco right there. I think we lost Tim. 1918 San Francisco. 4.8 million, $20. Now I do have some people on YouTube that are looking for certain coins for like books and stuff they're doing, and they don't want to spend the big money on. Let's see what you say. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. Well, and that's the thing, Tim, is we're looking for some. You have a red book? I'm assuming, right, Tim? I mean, I guess I shouldn't assume you have a red book, but most coin people do. So if you look in the coin book under Buffalo, there's some expensive coins in there, like the 16 over 16 in a G4 is like 5 grand. I actually heard of a story that a guy had one of these coin, and he went into the coin shop and they liquidated it for him, and it ended up being a 16 over 16. And the coin shop owner on the spot gave him 2,300 bucks for it, even though it was liquidated. So for me, it's the thrill of the hunt. You just never know what these might show up as, you know? That's even like Ryan over there at Northwoods. That's who I bought these from. He's like, if you find a 16 over 16, I was like, if I find a 16 over 16, I'll share. I'll give you some money back for it. He's like, no, 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 no. I don't want any of that. It would be your find, your whatever, blah blah blah. He's like, I just want to know about it and want you to share where you got it from. I was like, well, I suppose I can do that. What is the name of their coin? Their coin store actually out in Wisconsin, I think, is Spotlight Coins. Yeah, thanks for coming in, Sojourner. You can watch the rest afterwards, you know. It gets put up afterwards, so. Yeah, I think it's Spotlight Coins in Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Is actually the name of the coin shop. Sheboygan. Wow, it's actually, I think it's just outside of Sheboygan. See, now this one I'm struggling to pull that mint mark or that date up on. And that happens sometimes when they're just so far gone. Let's try this one more time. Let's let it just sit. Cool. Yeah, and it lasts a long time. I've all the nickels I've done with this same bottle, and I still have over 3/4 of a bottle left. It lasts a long time. Since you're only using just a little drop at a time. I mean, it looks huge in the camera, but that's because, I mean, I'm using a microscope, you know? I think this is a 1919. You ordered two? Well, that'll last you the rest of your life, buddy. Or at least the rest of our lives after, you know, until we go to war with China and they come over here and kill us all. There we go, 1918 right there. So amazing. No mint mark, but still, it's an 18. That's nice. I do have the other stuff that you probably saw called Nicospray Coin Cleaner. It's oxalic acid. I use that sometimes. If the coin looks like crap, I'll just put it on there and let it eat away at it and stuff. I wouldn't do it on a penny if I was you, but on nickels and stuff, I mean, it's fine. Come on, date. Like I said, I don't know how long I'm gonna be on because I I haven't slept much lately, and I'm kind of getting tired. I still got to go and upload a video too to YouTube for my gaming channel. I think it's either a 13 or a 15. I can't quite make it out. 13, I think. You're back. Well, welcome back, Stitch. Hey, Tim, you know the guy that's in my streams all the time, R. Craven fan? One of my moderators? Stitch is his daughter. I think that's a 15. I think that's a 15. Ooh, I think we have a mint mark, a D down there. Let's just drop a tiny bit down there. Hey, Stitch, I think your dad watches my gaming channel too, my computer gaming channel. That's definitely a Denver there. You ever seen anybody say that this is an F mint marked Indian head, Tim? I love when people do that. I'm like, no, it's not. The F is not not the mint mark. It's the designer. Yep. Hey, MT. Ah, well, thanks for coming in. So this one's got a D reverse right there. It's definitely an 18. I just want to see if we can pull that date up just a little bit better. But an 18 Denver, 8.3 million minted, and a G4 is a $30 coin. So, like I said before, a way I kind of price my recovered date coins, I'll look at what the G4 price is, and then I go half of that usually, and then maybe a little less, unless it's a harder date. So if it's like a a coin that in a G4 is like $100, $200, well, then we're gonna be in a different boat here. But this is an 18 Denver right here, definitely the Denver. So like I say, 18 Denver. I mean, that's still a freaking. Now, if it was the 8/7, we'd be talking $800 coin. Right here, we're probably at yes. Quit washing out. There we go. Right there. On Whatnot. Now, like I say, if this date, if I could look at it a little better and it came back as the 8/7, we'd be talking $2,000 coin. All right, I can't tell if there's a mint mark, so I'm going to drop a little bit here on the reverse. And this is just a plastic spudger. You can buy them on Amazon, no problems. They're cheap, about $1.50 for like 4-pack of them. I'm not rubbing on the coin. I'm just using it to move the ferric chloride around and the materials that it's taking off. Yeah, I stream on Whatnot, so yeah, I don't see any mint mark. Okay. But like I say, I don't know how long I'm going to stream here because, I mean, I've already been going over an hour. So, and I got plenty of these. I'm going to have a lot more streams. I mean, this is what, the third part? And people seem to like these, so, I mean, I get a lot of views on them after the fact. So I think I'll probably keep going. I mean, this was a thousand coin buy. So, I mean, I might as well keep on doing it. $16. Sometimes it's a little easier to tell what it is when you have the NICA date on there too, just because you get that parabolic effect. Yeah, that's a 16. No mint mark, so 16 Philly. 63 million of those, but $6.50 in a G4. So that one will go into my rolls of coins that I sell on Whatnot. I think last ones I ran at like a $5 start, I think it was, and they ended up selling pretty good. I mean, I think one of them went for like 12 or 15 bucks or something like that. It was pretty good. Hey, look, one that I don't have to nicodate. Yay! Foofta. That's in rough shape. I tell you, MT, you missed one thing though that was pretty amazing at the beginning of this stream. When I opened the bag and I pulled out a couple handfuls of the coins, and then I put them into, and I didn't show this part, but I put them into some acetone to get the any of the oils or anything off of them. That allows the Nicodate to work a little bit better, I found. And then I was going through them, getting them all set up and everything, and I found a V nickel in there that was dang near completely smooth. Almost looked like a planchet again. It was pretty bad. And so I decided to Nicodate it. And that's a V nickel, so not a buffalo. So just so you know, it works on other nickels. Oof, that's going to be a tough one. But where's Red? I don't know where she is right now. But now we have a date, and we have some of the details have come out, and the back was completely smooth. I'll see if I can find Red. I don't know how I'm going to show her, really. I don't have the other camera hooked up. She's upstairs, though, I'm thinking. Mama's gone, so she usually sits up there on the chair waiting. She was on my stream earlier when I was streaming it from Whatnot. Your dad actually gave me a dollar tip to give her a treat. I said, anybody that wants the dog to have a treat should tip me a dollar, and nobody did, and then all of a sudden your dad did. Yeah, she's a good puppy. She's my baby. I think I hear her. She probably hears me talking about her. I tried calling for her. She don't want to come down. Come on. Sometimes you just don't get lucky with some of these. Gonna let it sit for a minute and just soak. While I do that, I'm gonna look through some of these other coins just real quick and see if I got any that are um, that I don't need to really nicodate. Ah, here's one that somebody tried to nicodate themselves. It's in really rough shape, but we'll take a look at that for sure. I like those ones where somebody's tried and failed. Yeah, no problem, Tim. Have a good one. Alright, well, let's see if we got anything. Oh, there's something there, but I don't know. It could take me a long time of trying. I think we're just going to move on. Alright, so here's one. Somebody's damaged it, but I can tell by this discoloration right here that somebody's already tried to nicodate it. And unfortunately, this damage goes right through where, right, well, I guess the mint mark would have been here, but still, this damage is bad. So this coin, I won't mind if we, whatever, do whatever we want with it, really. I mean, let's just spread the stuff out. And I'm going to actually rub a little bit because I want to try to break through whatever was there. I mean, we might as well still try to, recover it, right? I don't know that we're going to get much. Yeah, so now something like this, you're like, oh, well, what are you going to do with it? Something like that. Oops, I missed. But I throw it into a bucket that goes to the bank, and I just get a nickel for it. 1919, I believe that's just said. Yeah, that's a 1919. No mint mark, but still. Not a bad one. Not a bad one at all. At all. At all. What do we got here? I mean, honestly, this can get kind of boring. Like the one guy said, it's like watching paint dry. But on the other hand, sometimes it's just, I don't know. For me, it's kind of fun because it's like, what are we gonna get? It's that thrill to see what might pop up. Looks like a 17 here. Definitely a 17. What's that? I don't see any mint mark. Let's just case. We'll put down some fluid there and just see if anything pops through. Don't think anything's gonna come. I don't think anything's gonna come up, but let's just take a look here. we go. Sorry about that, everybody. My wife was asking me questions. So I figured I had a better answer. Happy wife, happy life. You know how that goes. Alright, this is a 17. I can kind of see it coming through. Again, when you have the Nicodate over it, the parabolic effect definitely helps. No mint mark on it, so we're at a 17 Philly again. Yeah, 17 Philadelphia. 51 million, $8 G4. What else we got here? I'd like to find a something with a mint mark, because a lot of times those ones pull down a little bit more. Now this one here is, I think, a 26. I'm just gonna verify because it's already messed up with this big chunk here. So Chagonkin. So we'll just throw a little Nicodate on there and just verify. But yeah, it's a 1926 right there. And there's no mint mark, so pretty common date. Pretty common date. I find it fun to do MT. I really do. Um, you know Parker Penny's over on Whatnot? John Parker? He's not a big fan of this, of doing this stuff. Um, he don't like this stuff, but tough. I personally do. I think it's fun. I think it's very interesting to watch the date come through. You know, go from just something just completely smooth to all of a sudden now we have a date, right? I'd like to find another one of them V nickels that was completely smooth like that, because that was so much fun. I really enjoyed doing that one. There we go. 1915. Yes. Yep. Recovered date is what it's called. Yes, I do. I tell everybody these are recovered date nickels, and most people know what that means. But there's a 15 Philly right there, so it's an early date. 15 Philly, 20 million minted, or 20.9. $7 in a G4, so you know, there you go. Let's get to the next one. I like your hustle. Well, thanks, I think. Looks like another 1919. It's funny because the 1919 in the Indian or in the wheat pennies drives everybody nuts because it's such a common date. it kind of drives me nuts in the buffalo nickels too, because it's not so much a common date. It's just for me, it comes up a lot in these buffaloes that are smooth like this. The 1919 comes up a lot. And again, this is going to be this is a series. This is part 3. Um, I don't know. I mean, this was just a couple handfuls that I pulled out of the bag. The bag has over 1,000 buffalo nickels in it, and I'm still buying more dateless buffalo nickels every time I can get a decent deal on a big old chunk of them. I buy them because why not? It does stain your hands. You should be wearing gloves. I'm just an idiot. It doesn't burn. It's a 1914 Philly. So again, a nice early date one. $20 and G4. Now, of course, it's not going to hit a G4, right? I mean, we've just damaged the coin. But that's where I usually start when I'm looking at the pricing of what I might, if it's a decent date, if I'm going to, sell it individually or if I'm going to put it in the roll with the rest of them. That's where I start to try to figure out what I want to charge for it. Well, that's what I say too. I say that I'm not doing any more harm to it. It was already dateless. We didn't know what the hell it was. So, dateless nickels, I think right now are for sale for about $1 a piece, usually. Um, we didn't know what it was. Now we know. Like this one here is a 1915. So even though, like I said, it's um, damaged the coin or whatever. Now we know it's a 1915. No mint mark. Um, so it's a nice early date again. 15, 20.9 million, $7 G4. That, like I say, that tells me where I can start with it. Something like this, I'd probably put in with my rolls. Oh God, I hate artificial toning. Don't get me started on that. Okay, hey, we have a mint mark. Let's find out what it is. Looks to be a Denver. There's actually a couple people. There's that, I mean, Kimber did it on her thing, but there's also some dude, what's his name, like Creative Labs or some crap like that, on Whatnot. And that's literally what he does. And I'm telling you, I was in his stream and I saw he has a ton of like expensive Morgans that he's doing this to. And I just cringe. I can't believe it. I'm like, oh my God. Somebody needs to stop this guy. Just like, wow. Hey, so what do you think of my microscope? This is a heck of a setup, huh? Yeah, it's a heck of a setup to be able to just have it up there on my screen and makes it easy for people to view it. And whew, this is going to be, I think this is a 17. I think this is a 17. So this scope's a Link Micro. Um, I want to say it was close to $200. Let's see. It's come down in price, I know, a bit. Or has it? No, it hasn't. That's the one right there. Actually, I think it's gone up in price. Yeah, that's a 17 Denver right there. Here, I'll pull up what this microscope is for you. This is the one I'm using right now. This setup. She's spendy, but this is the one I'm using. Anyway, 17 Denver right there. I have one of those too. I have 3 microscopes because I've been testing out different ones to see, you know, what I like. 17 Denver, 9.9 million minted, $25. This is by far the best microscope that I've ever owned, though. Yeah, right? This is by far the best scope I've ever owned. $19.23. No mint mark, but still it's a 1923. I'm always looking to add stuff. Always. Best way to let me know what you got or whatever is I mean you can tell me in here, but I'll probably forget. You can email me. That's probably the best way. Plus then you can get me pictures. Really? He cleans coins, huh? Yeah, that 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 makes me cringe. Hey, we got a San Francisco here, folks. Makes me cringe. I mean, there's some. Okay, well, actually, let me rephrase. There is a difference. Uh, I guess if I set up an Instagram, you could. I also have the Discord. You could always go join. Um, there's a difference between cleaning a coin and a cleaned coin. And I know that sounds really weird. You're like, wait, what? But if I take a coin that's got all grungy stuff on it and I drop it into, like, say, my ultrasonic cleaner and clean the coin up, get the grunge and stuff off, that's not a big deal. It's when I saw this guy take a Dremel tool to a nickel and polish it. That's what we don't want. Alright, so this is a 1919S right here. 7.5 million, $13. What's the Discord? Um, let's see. Let me grab the invite link, I suppose. Da-da, la-dee-dee-dee-dee, da-da. Da-dee-dee-dee. Okay. That's another S. That's another S mint mark. No, I usually do PayPal straight up. It kind of sucks because that means I have to, I don't Venmo, but I know somebody that does. My wife does Venmo, so it can be sent to her. Or, I mean, I can send it through her, I should say. My wife does Venmo, so. Exactly, I have to trust that the seller's going to send this shit. That's the only issue. So, yeah. It does suck on that end, but, you know. I haven't got burnt yet. So, I mean, fingers crossed, I guess, right? Language. Thanks, Lily. Keep me in check. Keep me in check, Lily. Yeah, I mean, I try to do some off there too. I mean, Parker Pennies and I have done some deals because we also are trying to avoid the fees. Plus, Gunk and I are doing a deal. I bought a coin. I bought a coin that he really wants, and I told him, I said, that's fine, but I am not selling it to you through whatnot because I don't want the fees. So I think I'll probably have him send the money directly to my wife's Venmo. It's a really nice it's a really nice coin too that he's always wanted. An 1857 large cent. You don't know your large cents? Well, jeez. I guess you're gonna have to spend more time on my channel. Only started collecting about 6 months ago. Yeah, I only started collecting about 30 years ago. This one's really tough. It's a 16. I could see it, but it's really tough. It's a 16 San Francisco. Um, I'm over 40, bud. Over 40. Over 40. I can hang with the young kids though. Yeah, I wish. I kind of remember my 20s. They were interesting. Actually, I was already, I mean, depending upon 28, I was already married. I've been married for, see you, Lily. I've been married for 20 years already. Been married for 20 years already. Stitch is one of my customers, R. Craven fan on Whatnot. He's also one of my moderators on there. Stitch is his daughter. Yeah, I wouldn't say lets me do. I'm a computer tech by trade. That's what I went to school for, and I've had some really good paying jobs. I'm not working right now, but I've had some good paying jobs where I've it didn't matter. I just spent money on coins whenever I wanted to. But I lost my job about 6 months ago due to cutbacks, and well, I've been doing whatnot, collecting my unemployment and doing whatnot. But the thing is my unemployment's coming to an end here soon. So if I can't, if I can't get my whatnot stuff really moving forward for me, um, I'm gonna have to probably quit doing whatnot and go find another job somewhere. And in the tech industry, you work your butt off. You maybe don't actually work your butt off, but you put in a lot of hours. Like so many hours I won't be able to stream anymore. This is 13, by the way. RPA. Hmm. Gotcha. I so I went to school for information systems administration. Um, that's my major, and then my minor is in IT forensics. Anyway, so that's a 13S type 1 right there, in case you were wondering. 1913S type 1, 2.1 million, $50 coin. In a G4, that's a $50 coin. Yeah, so I think the last one I offered up at like 15 or 20 bucks. I think actually the last one sold for $25. So just because it's a harder one to get. But yeah, usually like 15, 20 bucks, something like that. So I won't put that into the roll. Yeah, it can be profitable. Yep. Oh look, a 16 or 26. Huh? I guess we don't have to deal with that one. That one's a 20 something. Yeah, it can be. And like if you find a some of those really rare ones like the 16 over 16 DDO, in a G4 that's a $5,000 coin. So you could easily get 2 grand for it, probably. 27. And imagine that if, like in this here, I bought these coins for $27 for 1,000 of them. All right. Oof, that's in great shape right there. It's a 36 though. um, I paid $27 for 1,000 of them. You imagine? Hey, look, somebody else liquidated this. 16. Huh. Cool. They didn't clean the Nicodate off when they were done, but that's why it looked that like that. Yep. Yeah, you just have to rinse it off with some water. I mean, I have a some Lysol wipes down here that I'm using, but 16. No. Nope. 1916. So if this was the 16 over 16, yeah, we'd be in the money here. I'd just shut the stream down right now and be like, bye. This is gonna be a San Francisco. What do we got for a date? 1920. And this is just like I say, just a spudger. You can get these for computer work and stuff on whatnot, or not on whatnot, on Amazon. I'm just using it just to move material around. I'm not scratching at it. Do I remember them? Some of them, yeah. Some of them I remember. So yeah, that's a 1920 San Francisco right there. Usually anything San Francisco is going to be a better date anyway. Usually, not always, but usually. Uh, like that's a $10 coin right there. So I'd probably get like $5 for it. I do have a red book next to me, but some of them I just remember. There's another San Francisco. Now, if we're talking wheat pennies, well, then I remember them. I know all my wheat pennies really well. In fact, I know most of the errors for the wheat pennies. I know my wheat pennies really well. I know my Indian heads really well. Large cents, I'm pretty good at. There's a few that I'm not real great at, but I know my Flying Eagle's really good. Um, yeah, it's a 23S. 23S. There's Ring of Death here. That's why I'm having trouble getting the mint mark to come through very well, or the date to come through very well. That little slicer you can see there. But $12 coin, probably throw it in the rolls. Wow. 1908S sold for 75 each. Wow, I'd have bought one of them for that price. Yeah. Did I buy from you? I can't remember. I think I bought from you, didn't I? Oh yeah, I remember now. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't think I've got that yet. Do you ship slow? Are you a slow shipper? Monday. What the hell? I'll probably have it tomorrow. There better be some good stuff in there. I'm gonna find you. I've been getting skunked lately on wheats. 1927 Denver. I ship pretty fast. Yeah, that's all right. Let's see here. So my furnace has some issues. My furnace has some issues. Sometimes the igniter doesn't light, and so we have to turn it off, turn it back on, kind of a thing, just like a computer. Gotcha. Well, my wife wanted to turn it off, and then forgot to turn it back on. So I've been sitting down here freezing for a while now, going, God, it's really cold in here. I wonder what's going on. Yeah, it's cold in here, all right. I mean, it's winter outside. I live in North Dakota. Hi, Red Dog. What? Do you want a treat? Do you want a treat, Red? Yes? No? Like a 5? Or 10? I wish I had my webcam on. My dog, she come down. I can tell her, give me 5, give me 10, whatever. She just does it. New York City. Who wants to live in New York City? Put the dog in the microscope, right? Yeah, I don't think so. My wife wants to go to New York City. She wants to visit Rockefeller Center. I don't know. I've been through New York City. I could I tell you what, if I never go back again, it'll be too soon. One of those kind of things. You know what I'm saying? I was not impressed with that place at all. At all. All right, what do we got here? Let's see, a 16, no min mark. Okay. I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm sure. There's another 27 Denver. San Francisco. Jeez. Like I said, I've been there. My cousin lived outside of New York City. I don't remember what the freaking little suburb was or whatever, but I went there to pick him up when him and his wife got divorced. And we went through New York City, and I said, if I never have to come back here, it'll be too soon. No, it wasn't Jersey. 1919 San Francisco. I don't know that I've ever found one of them. 7.5 million, $13. Denver would have been better. Denver would have been better. Oh well. My dog's back. I think she wants something more. Red, you're gonna get fat. Oh wait, too late. Cold. I mean, I looked up at the temperature thingy in my basement here, and it was like 55 degrees. It's a bit chilly in the basement here, so I'm not exactly dressed up to be freezing my ass off right now. I don't know what the temp is outside even. I know it was almost 60 here today, though. Let's see. 48 degrees outside. 48. What's the weather supposed to be like here? Let's see. It was 59 today. Now it's 48. Friday, tomorrow it's supposed to be 41, then 30, then 28, 36, 28, 41. Very strange weather that we're having. Oof, we might have found another one that I can't get a date out of. She's looking pretty slick. Looking pretty slick in there. Let's see. Yeah, we're staying in the 30s and 40s really. I mean, just today was about 60 out, which is really weird for, you know, December. Oof, I don't know that we're going to find a date on this one. Although I can remember December days sometimes when I don't think so. We'll just stay where we're at. I think the reaction between the acetone and furnace would be faster. Because all of these coins were dipped in acetone before I started to get any kind of oils or anything off of it. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get a date off of that one. No mint mark. So I don't know if you heard, but I also work on watches in my quote unquote spare time. Yep, it will do that. 1917. Philadelphia. So yeah, I work on watches sometimes in my spare time. And this is one of the ones that I'm working on right now. Look at how beautiful that is. Hey, Otis. So this one I was in the middle of working on. I just about had her done. Just about had it done. And you see that little groove right there? Well, that's where the click spring is supposed to go. And that's the click next to it. So when you're winding it, you hear that click, 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 click. Well, there's a little gear that goes here that does that. Well, I was just about done with it, and my click spring was on the wrong side of my click for the click. And so I was trying to get it all back, and all of a sudden, poof, click spring took off. Now, look at how big my finger is compared to this whole freaking watch. You can imagine how small that click spring is. Yeah, I have to order a new one. But this watch is worth it. This is a $300 watch when it's done. That's a beautiful thing. A beautiful thing. Well, gee, that sure looks like a Type 1 reverse if I've ever seen one. How's it going, Otis? Come in here to make fun of paint drying again? Don't get involved in watches. That's what I can tell you, MT. Don't get involved doing watch stuff. I'm hoping. Yeah, I got. I'm gonna be fixing. Well, if the guy ever can find it, a Rolex GMT that was stepped on, and so I've already got a hold of my Rolex guy that I get parts from, and I was like, hey, this is what I'm working on, or gonna be working on if the guy can find it. I need parts, and he's like, well, what parts do you need? And I told him, and he's like, what the hell happened? I said, it was stepped on. He's like, oh, all right, so you're gonna need probably. He's like, all these, like, we're naming off parts back and forth, hands and the crystal and probably the whole face because I'm sure it probably scratched the crap out of the face when the crystal shattered. And we don't. Who knows what else? Otis, I don't know if we're gonna see anything on that. That's pretty well screwed. I don't know. Obviously, it's a 13. It's not quite 15,000 in parts, but yeah, they're not cheap. Not cheap. Otis, you missed something really cool that we did earlier, though. Um, so I got the the bag of 1,000 buffalo nickels in, and one of the coins was actually not a buffalo nickel. It was a V nickel, and so, but it was slick. I mean, it was slick, slick. Like it was like a planchet, basically. I could just make out the Lady Liberty's um, silhouette on it, so that's how I knew what it was. Otherwise, the reverse was completely slick. Not a single frickin' anything. And, but anyway, now I have a date. I have some details. I even have a reverse. That's kind of cool, huh? 1890. There was no date. There was nothing. I knew it was a V nickel just because of the silhouette. Yeah, that was really cool. There was a couple coins in there that weren't actually um, buffaloes that I found so far. Actually, not. I haven't gone through all of them yet, but so this is one of them. It's got some kind of weird, like oily substance on it. It's been soaking. But there's a 1911. Put it back in its stuff. It's sitting in acetone, soaking away. Trying to get the crap off of it. So who knows what else we might find in that bag. 17. Cool. So you know what I did with my last Buffalo nickels that I did this all tube Otis? I put them into a tube and I sold them on Whatnot on my stream. And I think one of the tubes sold for like $5-6. The other one sold for like 12, which, to be honest, with what I had into them, was a pretty damn good deal. Plus, I sold like some actual just random coins that were better dates too. So yeah, like some of the better dates, sold just individually. So I ended up making decent money. Now this bag that I got here of 1,000 of these things, I paid $27 for. So I mean, even if I sell the nickels off in rolls of $5 a piece, 20 rolls, $100 there. That's a lot better than what I paid for it. So plus I'm YouTubing it. So as soon as I hit that 1,000 subs and I can monetize this stuff, well, I'll get paid there too. Always looking for that edge. Gotta look for that edge. Where am I gonna make money? How am I gonna make money? And how much money can I make? It's a 1919. I can't wait till my that coin collection gets here that I bought. That'll be a good mail call video. Real good. I just don't know when it's supposed to be here. 1929. The coin collection that I got though coming, um, that's got a some nice coins in it. I know that. I was talking to the guy about it, and we went through everything and stuff, and I know the person. They live a ways away from me, so I mean, I wasn't too worried because, like I say, I know who it is and everything. I trust him, and he reached out yesterday and said, "Hey, I threw a couple extra things into the box for you." I was like, "Oh, okay. What'd you throw in?" And he's like, "Well, how would a MS67 red 1909 VDB sound to you?" I said, "That sounds pretty good." I mean, it'd be nice if it was an SVDB, but a VDB is a VDB, a VDB, VDB, and it's in red, and it's graded, so I mean, it's pretty good. Pretty good, I think. Well, it looks like 1913, doesn't it? There you go. There you go. That's definitely a 1913 Type 2. 1913 Type 2. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. It's a 2, 2. Hmm. Yeah, these spudgers, I was just looking here on Amazon. You can get a 50 pack of these things for $17. I don't know what the hell I'd do with 50 of them. 100 of them for $22. I mean, if I was still doing computer repair and stuff, probably be fine, but I'm not doing that stuff as much anymore. Hmm. Not doing that stuff as much anymore. Haven't done cell phone repair in, I don't know, 7, 8 months. Mm. 1920. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on just because, well, I'm exhausted. I haven't slept much the last, I don't know, week. You can rest from your dad, yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna be if I don't get some sleep soon, I think. I think I got like, I think I've had like 4 or 5 hours in the past like week. So, that's good. I was up late last night. I streamed on Whatnot again last night. I did yesterday afternoon. I did the day before, the day before, the day before. I mean, it's been like every day basically. Trying to make some money to pay for, well, everything, like this collection. That I got coming. Oh, I think this is going to be the last coin I do. I mean, I've been on for, I think, a couple hours now. Oh, yeah, it's been 2 hours already. I think that I might want to just be done. Yeah, Derek would say that, wouldn't he? Man, if I could talk to that guy in real life, I would love to. For one, I mean, I'm a Maverick. Well, not anymore, but I used to be a Maverick mechanic too, doing stuff. When I see stuff, when he says, "Did I work on this?" I must have. When did I work on this? Stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, it wasn't you. It was probably me. So, yeah, that's a guy I would love to talk to. Like, you know. So if you know him like personally, you could just if anybody knows him personally, just let him know that Tempo Crazed wants to talk to him. Just BS with him. I have a car he could buy even. I have a car in my backyard that he could come by and get running and take and try to drive it back to Tennessee. Yeah, I know he was. Hey Stitch. Yeah, I have a 1966 Pontiac Star Chief Executive in my backyard. It'd be like the perfect car for him too. It's a big old boat, 4 door, 389 under the hood. It's like the perfect car for him. He loves those things. And mine doesn't smell like rats and have like mice and everything in it. It actually doesn't smell like anything. But it doesn't have any paint either. Yeah, I know. I've tried reaching out to see if that's something he'd be interested in, but it's so hard because I'm sure he gets 5 million other people doing that. I think this is a 26 Denver. Kind of looks like it. It's still not a bad coin, obviously, but anyway, I think I'm going to call it here. It's been over 2 hours in the stream here. I've enjoyed it. Hopefully, you all have enjoyed it. It's been fun. It's been fun. It's been real. It has not been real fun. No, just kidding. It's been cool. It's been cool. So, anyway, hopefully everybody enjoyed the stream. Any comments, leave them down below. You can also go check out the Discord channel. Drop any info down there or any comments down there that you need help with or anything. So, anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. As always, have a good one, and we'll see you on the next one.